Alright, so we're going to continue from where we stopped in the last class. Let me save this again. This time is going to be, and I'm going to be going inside. We created the teeth yesterday for this young girl, and I'm going to be selecting all of these, including this character itself. The inner part of the character is what the target should be. So what I'm going to do is I'll right click and hold, then I'll jump straight to the face, then I'm going to select one and I'll click on the next. Then shift greater than should help me to increase the selection. I'll shift right click and I'll right click and go back to the selection itself. Then I'm going to add these guys. I'm looking at adding this one to the selection. It's going to be a bit kind of difficult, so I'll select this one and this, add this to the selection. On this one I'm going to right click and hold and jump straight here. Then I would just double click here, double click on each one of these. In fact, I can turn on my symmetry so that it will be much more easier. I'm going to do the same thing to this. I just simply right click and hold to get this, click and hold to get this. I'm going to right click and hold to get this one as well. Then this time I'm going to grow the selection. I'll probably just select, double click on the next, select one, double click on the next, select this, double click on the next, select this, double click on the next. Then I'm going to do Control 1. In fact, I might have to deselect this one. I'll do Control 1 again, so that we have this. I'm going to deselect this, Control 1. So this is what we have now. So this is where we stopped yesterday. I have the upper and lower teeth created, and I remember another thing I did yesterday was to like move this, what's it called, inside. So another thing I can do is I would double click right on this one. I might have to turn on the constraints so I can slide this inward, and probably I might have to like select from these points to these points, and I'm going to squash this guy in. Do the same thing to these. I'll probably select from here to these points. I'm going to squash this guy inward. I'm doing this in order to close that gap there. There's too much space on the side. There seems to be too much space on the side, so I can select this one too. And at this point I need to turn off the constraints. Push this one inward like this. I'm going to select this, push this inward, close to the teeth or something. I'm going to push it inward. I'm going to select this, got this, of the other side so it's moving. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to push this inward. So now that these have been pushed inward, I might probably have to let me just select this alone, because I begin to see that some of the part of the teeth have been begin to show outside. It simply means that it might not show inside. So I'm going to push this outward, push those outward, probably from the top here, and raise this up. So if I might go inside and check, this is what we have. And what I'm trying to do is to make sure that there is no too much gap here. Okay, I'm going to scale this up, scale it up, scale it outward. Then probably I might have to grab these vertices here. You can hide now. You can go to display, show. You can hide, sorry, you can hide whatever is selected. You understand? You can hide whatever is selected. Control H, Control Shift H is to review. Oh wow, this thing got registered yesterday. Sorry, mesh actually moved into mesh. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to sculpt and I'm going to select this pool here, making sure that my symmetry is also turned on, and I am going to smoothen this out. Reduce the brush size first, then I'm going to smoothen this all out. Smoothing them out. I hope I'm not damaging stuff here. Oh, sorry, Control Z, Control Z. Let me probably exit this. Yep. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I have to move this. I have to move this. See where things are being roughing out here. Okay, let me see what I need to do. I need to move it up there. It looks confusing. So what I'm going to do is probably, I think I got into this when I was I just delete some of this, just like those. I think I got into this while trying to reduce the size of the space that it was left behind on the side rather. That was how I got into this. So grab those and this is what I'm saying. See, out when I actually push this, the act of pushing it, or when I pushed it inside was when I realized that something like that seems to be happening. So I think this amount of space seems to be good enough. This amount of space seems to be kind of good enough. Let me push this out, probably raise it up. And it's also good to check from inside, so that I enjoy it. It's always a good thing to be sure that the vertices are properly aligned. They are aligned the way they should be aligned. We'll probably do another connection right here, this time with my inserts with edge flow checked. So we have this now. Alright, so now I can like let me space these guys out first. So I'm pushing down to push them out. So like this and this. I want to try my best to be sure that when turn this off, then I'll slide these out, put certain amount of space in between them. Can I do this with my okay? What about this one here? Can they move? Can this one also move? It's looking as if it's snapping, and that is actually happening simply because they are not connected to the flow is not going through. Happening because the flow is not going through. That's what I think here. So now what I'm going to do now is I'll select this and I'm going to bridge those two together. Okay, now that I've done that, I might have to do the same thing to this one here. But before that, let me create like some connection here. Then I would make more connection. Then I'm going to slide this to position. slide these guys, slide them properly so that we have this now. So now I can take my time to grab all of this and probably raise them a bit up with my constraint on off, raise them up a bit slightly. So now I will switch back to vertices, and I am going to grab this over this dots. Okay, this might have to be let me select that. Then I might have to like raise them up, might have to like raise them up. This one here has to be raised up. Same thing goes with this. I'm doing this one after the other so that then I could even use the vertices to push them up. This one here has to be more raised than the other ones. Okay, and I can use my smoothing tool to get things back into the actual space. I didn't plan for this to happen. I didn't plan to see or to encounter things like this, but it's came up and just quickly have to fix it. And this part needs to be also connected properly. I think I will sort this now. So I'm going to turn them off on the problem, slide them apart, including this. We try and slide them apart, slide them apart, and there will be space, so that there will be space. Let me send them to this. Okay. What about this one? And I'll pull them back. And then when they're smoothing out, we have this. And then wow. Okay. Okay. Let me just push this up. Raise this up, pull it up, release back up, release up. Okay, so this is what we have now. Okay, this should do. So now let's go with the tongue. We need to create tongue for this saving. I'm going to close this so I can have enough room to work. So to create a tongue, what I'm going to do is I'll go with a cube rather. With a cube, you get, grab this, raise it up, move it onto those, frame it. I'm going to squash this down, squash here and there. You can turn this off, then we'll raise this up. Let's continue. right? Right, so what I'm going to do next is what I usually do to practice is I'll select these and I will just move this inward, something around there. Then I'm going to introduce my first chords, but not with inserts with a flow. Okay, then I would grab these, push this forward, grab this one, I'm going to move it back, something around there, push this one back, move this one, okay, sorry, it's not selected, I'll move this one back. I think at this point what I need is to probably isolate the teeth, probably the this one and this one, this one, control 1, control 1, control 1, control, in fact, control 1. I want to select the this one, no, okay, just this one and this one. Okay, so now this is the tongue. So what I did was I isolated the lower teeth and what is going to be the tongue. So as for me to be able to see this, I might get this way. Push this guy inward and select this, probably this one and this one. I would push this down and this one should be pushed down, but the tip of the tongue is usually, I don't know whether you know, usually kind of flat. I don't know about your tongue, but my tongue, the tip seems kind of flat. Just joking around. So now we'll push this outward, and this one here I'm going to do another connect. I would straighten this up, then grab those, push them out. So basically we are trying to carve out the tongue. So I'll connect, I'm going to scale these out. So we have something that seems to be like a tongue right now, except that in this part, what I usually do sometimes is I raise this part up, and probably this part too, raise it up, including these might be raised up a little. This one to somewhere here, this one to here. I'm going to push this down and probably rotate this, and I might scale this. We'll grab this. I'm going to click. Then this midpoint, particularly here to somewhere around here, I'll push them down. We'll push them down slightly. So now let me see what this really looks like on its own. Okay, then here there has to be like connection there. This comes forward, this goes outward this way, this point, this point, this point here, push this out. So this is what tongue looks like. So I might even, like, for instance, I might like bevel this. this point to this point. Just like this. Slide it up. This point. Slide this down. I'm going to probably scale this one. This one. No, from here to this point. Push that down. Okay, just added more polygons to dots. Okay. This one should be isolated. So we have feed the gap. That's the tongue. So this is it. This is it. So the tongue is ready. Tongue is ready. Tongue is ready. So everything seems to be ready. So save. If I hide the head, Control H. So this is what we have. See. Control Shift H. So this is what I think. So now what I need next is if I do look from front. Trying to fix the hand, but I remember I said something about working on that part. I think I saw something here. Push this down. And this is also reflecting on the side. So I'm going to select those. These points. Up. geometry. Then in the next class, it might be painting it. Painting it. So, okay. Looking at probably joining these two legs together. Yeah, probably. Let me just join them, combine them together. Okay, now that it's combined. I know. So the reason why I'm doing that is in case the character sits down, that we now have to. No, it's not even. It's not even that. It's so like this, like this. Okay. So I'm gonna remove that. Probably this should be deleted for now. Select this and bridge. This one, bridge. Probably I might. trying to add this area so that we'll be able to cut somewhere the bots. Actually, in case the character have to sit down, they get it. At least we can tell, or probably we have this area that would refer to as this thing, this bots. You get it. So that's what I'm trying to achieve here. So like this. Let's do this on text level. Let's do the connect here. Let's see this. What's that? Why are you laughing? It's funny, right? I'm giving it a bot now. What's funny? Giving it a bot. Is that what? You get. So in case it sits down, you get. So when it sits, so that it deforms correctly, you get. Because though you can still fly, there might be a way of doing it that will make it fly also. Just put a bot there so you can tell, so that when it sits down, we'll be able to see that he's wearing a trousers or something, or she's wearing his trousers or something. Yeah. Nice work, Oluwashiri. Nice work. So see, this is it. I'm going to call it done for this work, except for this area here where the leg has to really go inside. This leg has to go inside. That's the thing. And I'm going to probably add let's connect. Another thing again I might add here is see, I might have to smoothen everything at the points. At the point I might have to smoothen things. How do I mean? See, if I select them all, select everything, yeah, I'll add more polygons. Another thing again is I need to name all these things properly, give them name. So that is done. That's the thing. So we got this one, clothes. This one should be trousers. This one has to be what's the name of this now? Should we call it Ife? There's a name we gave it. There's a name I gave it for KAFBO. Why do they call it KAFBO? Kabira, Favor, and Bomi. And I wanna call it. She was here yesterday. KAFBO. You say what? This one is the This one is we have the bra. LT is for left. This one is RT. Do you get? Yeah. This one is hair. Then we now have to go inside. I'll probably select these. Control H. This one is what's that? Upper teeth. You have the what's that? Lower teeth, and we have the tongue. You see things like this. Wow. Control, what is this now? Control S. So now I see. I'm going to do control, select this and do control H. No, I'll do control shift H. I'm going to select everything. But what should I do, sir? No, this is what I should. Okay, select them all. Let me, because from my what's it called now, I might have some unwanted things here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the history. Then I'm going to save this again as this previous one. Then I'm going to also save it this way, so I have everything seems ready. We're going to give it another final look later. Then I'm going to be looking for, where are these guys? Okay, these guys are supposed to be outside here, so I'll select them again. In order to clear this, you have to delete history for everything again, and or probably optimize. You can also optimize if you see that some things are not taken or are not taken care of. We have color. Oh, we have color. I've named that already. We have the left shoe, the right one. We have the clothes. We have the head. We have the hair. We have the brow. We have the eye, upper and lower teeth, tongue. You see these ones like this, including the brow and probably the hair or something. You get? Or probably might leave the hair. I can do Control H to hide them all, including the eyes. Control H to hide them all. I'm going to select all of these, and I can smoothen them. I like checking what they look like in smooth mode. We have dense. This thing is dense. Is there a way of even turning this thing to, like, I think 0.5? 0.5 will not work. If I enter it, then it's just going to crash. Yes, it's going to freeze your system. See now, we have this. We can use it like this. If you're going to be sending it to Substance Painter now, for instance, we need something like this, so that it's smooth and it's going to look very well. But this seems dense. This is not bad though. This is not bad for rigging. This is even good for rigging itself. Then we can turn this back on. Shift H, turn all of those back on. So what remains now, favor, is to start painting this. And if you're going to, like, send this to, we do a UV map. We're going to do a UV map, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing a UV map. What I will just do is Control Z, 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 Control Shift Z. So I'm going back to these points. So this is where we're going to be stopped. This is where I'm going to be stopping. Or this is where we're going to be stopping this. So what is next now is to do what? To destroy this. Let's destroy it. But I'm going to make a copy which I'm going to apply smoothing to. So we can also get rid of all of this for now. Why do we have 3? Okay, we have 3 because of the hand. H for the hand. said what? Yeah, you can do that. Of course, another thing again is here. Supposed to add some this thing here. Connect, because that place is going to be, and I think here. What's the time, please? 11:30, because the fair is here. Oh, this is good. So now that's the, I think that's the last thing. Just delete the history. Control S, Control S, Control S, Control S. This is, I think this is done. You said what? Yes. So I'm going to be stopping here. Thank you.